Good morning, early birds. This is the early bird show. It's 4 a.m. Eastern time. It's 10 o'clock in Amsterdam. We are live from Amsterdam right now. And this is our big old watch list for this morning. XP, GRPN, GPRO, IBO, EB, RUN, EMTE, AXDX, Quick, BRN, LEX, ORFI, SESN, DDOG, BGFV, BCRX, AVID, LQDT. Let's do this. Okay, I'm all fired up for this, guys, because, well, if high price stocks are too expensive, then maybe we should just look at some lower price stocks. That's the plan. So this one was on our watch list: IBO, EBEO, IBO. Oh, that's the wrong one. One moment. IBO. It's Friday, guys, so I am having a lot of fun. This is what it did yesterday, and I think a little post market. This is what it did for a long time, just grinding down, and there you are. There you have it. We did talk about this last. It's yesterday. So, but this is what's happening right now. This is the daily that you see now, and it's had a great move post market. Even got to not to 2, but to 220 on EBO, and now is just deciding what to do. We will get back to that one later. So, everyone did okay yesterday. Did you see the tweets that I sent out? You could have played those. So, hey, Stacy, Lex cost you money yesterday. Okay. Well, we'll get back to that. Let's see if we can talk some tickers, guys. So, I'm with this big watch list, so let's get started. EB. This is EB right now, not doing anything on volume, but this is what it did yesterday. So went up from here to here, then, well, just this sideways action, and now this big old candle coming in. So if you see here, it's having some support on the 9 EMA, of course, and has some trouble in getting through that 20, having some support on this 50. So for all the people who watch this one for the first time, I'm going to repeat this. The blue one is my 50 moving average. The green one is my 9 moving average. The yellow one is my 20 moving average. And also on a daily, this red one is the 200 SME. And after the move yesterday, we of course want to see that this 50 was some support for a while and then became resistance if this 50 is the level that we're going to play of today. 2204, and then, well, just for the fun of it, just let's say 22. It moves $1.30 normally in a day, but on a day like yesterday, you can see it can move also $4 at a time. So this is the move that it made, and it just bumped its head here because this was some sort of resistance, just got a little bit over it, but so I'm willing to call now this one because, well, you know why. Here. So the levels for EB are 22, 24. Run for your money. So what I want to see for a run right now is something like we saw on EB. That's going to be a hard call, of course, because you see here 200 SME is on 60 here, and Stock is now trading around 46. But, well, you can all see this line here. I'm going to put it in here for just to remind you. So this is the line. This is gonna be resistance, but before we break that one, we also have to break this one here and this one here. So zooming in now, is this gonna be the bottom of this one? Is this gonna be where this ends? And we really have to see. This is, if that's the case, then this is the first higher low, and this will be the first. This is the first higher high, of course. And it runs into resistance here right now at this 4783-ish. Let's call 48. Let's just call 48 for this one. And then you can also play it to 50 if you want to. So for run, I hope it will run, and it's the last time I'm gonna make this stupid joke. 48 and 50, 30. And you don't want to see this one go down first, because you really need some strength in this one. And assume now that this will finally you got a bump here, a little bump here, and now you're expecting another bump here for day trade. And if you are a swing trade, then maybe you should look at this one. It's against one of my rules, and one of my rules is that this one has to be somewhere here for this, but, well, let's color out of the box sometime. Is that even a saying in English? I don't know. I like it. Good morning, ZL. I know where you're at, ZL. It's 10 o'clock in Amsterdam, so we are all psyched up here. So the news here in Europe was, will there be a Skoxit? So not a Brexit. So the Scottish are, I think, having a vote or something. And if a nationalist party wins, then they will maybe call for another referendum to go out of the UK. So for Scotland, it's going to be a big weekend, I think. So that was the big news here. And of course, the news about the Fed was also on every station here. That Fed says, well, I think stocks are too expensive. Well, they just might be, but then we're going to look at stocks that are not so expensive, like IMTA. Free my grandma, good morning. So IMTA, just let us zoom in here. This is 200 SME. Got above that yesterday. 9 EMA, 20 EMA, 50. And now it bumps its head against this 50 mark here. So anything above 497. And if you like 5 more, then we're going to put in 5. Anything above 5 is okay with me for a long. And if you're in for a long there, then you can really play this one to all the way to this level here. As you can see, we played this one before, somewhere in March, I think, and this big old candles here, but not of any interest right now. So you can play this to 560. You really want to see this one above this 5 for a long. And if you want to short this one, then you have to be very careful, because here's another level at 475. So shorting this one is, I don't know, it's going to be something. You don't have a lot of room to run into your next support here. So above 5, I like this one. And maybe if it gets down first and then comes up again, then it's also a nice play. So you just put in this other level for 520. You don't want it to go back to 455, all the way back to 455. That's not something that you don't want. Back to VWAP and then bounce is okay. Back to 474 and then bounce is okay. Above 50 is okay with some little resistance here at 520 and then all the way up to 560. So normally what I want to see on these is that I wanted to see that it gets a little bit higher here in pre-market, then comes down here and then play it to the upside and really see this nice bounce here. So this is what I'm looking for on a reversal long. If you want to see how my reversal long works, I put out a 30-minute video of it. You can see it on the Benzinga channel. The Blind Trader, good morning. Conservations on character, eFast resources, gold mining trading, AEM, LSE increased 26 times yesterday. Wow. Were you in that one? Okay, this was IMTA. I have to move on because otherwise we don't get this big watch list on AXDX. No volume pre-market. This is also something, well, you recognize the pattern now. This is what I'm looking for. Also, the 200 here is above this one, so that's not something that it's a little bit out of my comfort zone normally, but yeah, well, you can see this line. Wow. It's not even Monday. So you can see this line here, of course. Oops. This is not as important, I think, as a resistance line as this one here. So this is now the big resistance that you have to overcome in order to go long on this one. But if you don't get there, then you also have this level here at 790-ish. And here this level at 762. So long above 858, or wait till it bumps its head here and then go short. Just make sure that it's easy to borrow. Otherwise you have to pay fees. Then you want to see this, so bumping its head and then going down through these levels in 792, 762. So is this finally the beginning of the end of the downwards? Okay. It really has. I don't think that it will get there today because it's normally not such a big mover, only 50 cents a day. But if you keep it on your watch list, then this is 682 and this is 693. So 690 here. Might just be rock bottom for this one. You weren't in that EFS of Invest, sorry. Didn't see that was a pound sign. So you're from the UK, conversations on character. Oh, you're in now. Great. Hey, Rick, good morning. ZL, you fell asleep again. Dude, this is so early. Please, before you fall asleep again, or go to bed again, hit that like button, because really, not just for me and for my ego, but it's just so important for Benzinga that we get those likes, because I don't know how that algorithm works, but YouTube seems to really like likes, and so do we. So hit that like so we can grow this channel. So this is another play. This is the same play now. The 200 SME is above this one, so I'm more confident in this one right now. And now what you see here, that there is still this level here where the 20 and the 50 come together right now. So 60.58 is my level here because of the 50 EMA here. And did it overcome now this resistance? Is this what used to be here resistance, this blue line? Do you see that? So it was above it, got under it, then didn't get above it anymore for 2 weeks at least. Here and then here some support. So this is really interesting. And of course, what you want to see, and if you saw my videos, and what you want to see is this one getting filled. So on a day trade, that would be awesome. I think that's a big call for this one, but you never know. We all keep them on our watch list, and as the pre-market goes on and when we're close to market open, and we will finally or eventually see one of those tickers break. I'm confident that it will. So please put them on your watch list and see what's going on with them. And if they don't do what you think they should do, then just take them off and go to another one, because there are a lot of tickers right now that are ready to move, and well, will they or will they not? So BRN, Bondwell Industries, we talked about this one earlier, as you can see here on 331. Try to break this one some time ago. There's no volume now, so this is just spotted graph. So there you can draw any levels here. You can say this is low, but that's just stupid. Now we're getting some perspective. So some people on Twitter are on Instagram or on YouTube. They tell me, well, it takes too long to draw lines. You have to draw lines before you go on, or can you do this a little bit quicker, because it takes so long before you are ready. And some others say, oh no, I really like that you do that, so that this is a very slow process. But this is just what I do, guys. So this is how, when I wasn't live on Benzinga, I sat here at 10 o'clock and I did this. This is what I do every morning. I just have this big list of 10 plus, sometimes 20 plus tickers, and I'm just going to review them one by one. So not by algorithms, not by any Boolean statistics, or not on RSIs. I just watch and see if I see something happening. And sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. And if I don't, I just keep watching. And if I really don't, then what I do is just very simple. I don't draw a line. So this line of 331 was once a level here, but well, not anymore. difficult one. This is very difficult. And then you get a lot of people saying, "I don't know what happened here." This is what people say after a move like this. So what you have to remember is that a lot of all over the world, not only here in Amsterdam, but also in Australia, in Croatia, in France, in Spain, in Texas, in Canada, all of the world, people are watching now these things, not only on my show, but they're watching this on their own. And a lot of people bought this here, and someone bought it here. So what then happens the next day is that everybody looks at this like I did, or like I do, and say, I don't know what to make of this. What is this? Normally, this is not a very good sign this week here on any level, on any time frame. And then the next day they say, okay, I'm still not sure what's going on. So this is going on. So a lot of people are watching this now, and they watching this now, so they don't know what to do here, or do they? And algorithms also don't know what to do here. So there are a lot of bots trading, of course. And I think I'm going to do a challenge one day with a bot. I think that would be very nice to do. So what a bot doesn't know what to do either, because a robot looks at levels, price actions, and volume also. I don't know the algorithms, of course, nobody does, only the guys who made this. But what you don't want is that there is some upsides movement here. You all saw this way earlier than I did, didn't you? But it's not really, I'm not too confident about this, but will it take out this triangle on the upside or the downside? That's what you have to ask yourself. Good morning, Tom. Tom, hi, how do you select the stocks you mentioned? I'm an algorithm of my own. Now, what I do, Tom, I get up at 7 Amsterdam time, and then I'm gonna have breakfast, walk the dog for an hour or something, shower, and then when all that is said and done, then I still have an hour left. And what I do in that hour, I just look at all these graphs. I think that I look at 100 graphs in each morning. I do that on a different screen because I'm not stupid all the way. So I look at this screen, and on this screen I can see if something is having a pattern or not, and then if it does, then I'm going to put it on a watch list. So this one on Uber, for example, this also could be on a watch list because it's interesting to see what's happening here because of this gap here. So I look at that, and then I look at that, and then look here. What's happening here? Something's happening here. I see that right now. So maybe putting that on my watch list also. And when I'm saying that, I'm going to do that. So I look at these. I have 25 screens like this times 4, so that is around 100 graphs that I'm looking at. And after I did that, and I published my watch list on this channel, and then I'm going to look if the first thing that I saw about pattern or about volume. I have another big old screen here, and I can see volume in post market, and I look at volume, and I look at gainers and losers. And when I do all that, and then I'm going to put this watch list out, and I'm going to discuss this with you. And then I put out these levels. This is a level of resistance. This is a level of support. Breaks out to the downside, then it's a short. Breaks out to the upside, then it's a long. I do that for you guys all for free, and all because I like it so much, and I'm really thrilled about it. I'm not going to sell you any course. I don't have a war room or a trading room or anything like that. I just have a lot of fun doing this. I've been doing this for some time now, and normally I sit here on my own and talk to myself, and now people are listening. And if you're listening and you like this, please hit that like. Thank you, Conservations on Characters. Stacy, do you use the TC2000 screeners? Yeah, some of them. So I like this one, of course, this pre-market watch list, because you can see these are all the stocks in this here right now. Boom. So you are now, how much are they now? 400 stocks are here now in pre-market, in this pre-market stock scan. So I do that. And here on Easy Scan, you can program your own if you want to. So I do that. This here, my conditions here, these are the three that I use most: bounce, RSI 25, and RSI 80. And then there are some pre-built scanners also that I use sometimes if I can't find anything during the day. But just before opening, I'm just do this all manually, and that's because when I trade, I have to make split-second decisions. So if I see that when markets open and BRN is doing something, so what will happen here? That this one will create a little alert, and this one will also create a little alert. So I'm always a little bit late because it touched that line already, and then I'm going to see, okay, is this just touching the line, or is it getting through there? This is some support here, just be careful. And so when I switch to the screen and I see this, and I immediately know what I did. So I did this and I did this, and I thought, okay, that's what I told myself that would happen, and this happens now. And then in a split second, sometimes you have to decide, I'm getting in or I'm getting out. And well, if you do that or you listen to me doing that and telling you what my thoughts are, then you will be able to get in earlier. That's what I hope. So Lex, someone burned this. Was burned yesterday on Lex. Stacy, was it you or was it somebody else? Did you buy it here at 850 or something? You're welcome, Christian. Hit that like, please. So this was Lex. Ugly wick here. Let's see what happened. Nice. So it's having a lot of troubles here. This is 860. This is 844. This is 857. This is 856. This is 857. And that tells you something. And that's not this, because that's just too high. That tells you something that this level is 860, 858. But that's a long way from where it's now. Oh, Stacy, you got caught in a kill kennel, not watching. Don't you have a stop loss that you always put in if you're taking a graph from the screen? Because I always, if I have to walk away or something, I always put in a stop loss, always. So Lex, what to think on a daily? If you look at this on a daily, then you say, okay, I'm gonna walk away. But just don't revenge trade this one, Stacy, because it's the stupidest thing you can do. I did this also in the beginning. Then I revenge trade stocks that really made stupid moves, and I thought, I'm gonna get you, and it's a stupid thing to do, but we all do that sometimes. So this 550-ish, why is this a level now? Because, well, this is where it's got up around 550 a little sooner, I think, here. So but 550 is this nice round number. It's now at 571. Would be very careful now on this one, as you should. So 550 for Lex is the ultimate level that you want to hold it. You want to hold, and then if you are some kind of a daredevil, then 512 will also be a level, and then maybe, just maybe, it can bounce, but be very careful about Lex. Lexaria is a bioscience corporation. You're not going to revenge it? No, that's good. Hey, Edward. Do you trade right at the open? Well, sometimes I do. Sometimes I even trade pre-market on live action. I have to do that sometimes again. People will like seeing me get into a trade and get smashed. So what I'm normally looking for is, maybe I can show you that on the next one, which is AUVI. I also made this video. It's on Benzinga, and you can see me what my main strategy is. That's the reversal along. So this looks like Lex, you know. It also has some resistance or some support here. It's also a recent IPO. You want to see this 946 holding, and you want to see this one filled. So 946 is great, I think, on this one. And then look at AMC. We talked about AMC. I'm going to answer your question, Edward. I'm going to tell you what I will do normally. So let's say this is let's just pretend that now markets open here at these candles. Then what I want to see in candles like big candles up, I need a gap up. What I then want to see is that gap closing to one of the levels that I'm putting on my show right now. So this is a candle, and then just it goes down to here. So then it goes down to here, and we determine this is a level, and if this is a level and it holds this level, then what the next candle I want to see doing is making here a higher low and here a higher high. So if it gets past this point here, then I know it's going to make a higher high compared to this one. Some people say you have to wait till it gets above this one, but that's really, really waiting for a long time. When it gets above this one, then here I'm getting in. This green line I'm getting in, and I'm going to set my stop loss just under this level. So this level is 825, and I'm going to say, okay, my stop loss is 822. So 922, I'm sorry. So that's the 5-cent stop for this one. So it has to get going to the upside, and then I say, okay, this is my new resistance. I'm gonna let it run to 950, 945, and then get out or get partial out. If you go to my Twitter, the handle is below this video, then you can see what I did yesterday on all the levels that I spoke of yesterday. So AMC is normally not something that I like to play, but as you saw on the lines that we drew a few weeks ago, I think it has this tendency here. So this is going on. More or less is going on. You know, you get the picture if I do this. So this is not exact. These are not exact lines. These lines are not so precise, but it's all about a pattern here. So it comes down, gets bought up, comes down, gets bought up a little, comes down, and now what? So this is what you want to see on AMC, and I normally I'm a little reluctant to do this on AMC, and that's because it's can be such a volatile stock if people come in and going out again. So this is what I want to see when it breaks this line here. Getting through this resistance is above the 50, so that's good. This is 9, this is 20, so I want to see this move, and it's on my watch list now because the CEO of AMC did say something about being positive about theaters opening again. So AMC is the entertainment group. So this is what I want to see above 964 and then 989. Can it do that? Well, normally you would say it's an ATR of 0.7. So normally you say, I don't know. But we all know this big moves that AMC can make. So this is what I want to see. And then just, well, if we're not going to see it today, then maybe tomorrow. And if we're not going to see it tomorrow, then maybe not tomorrow, Monday or Tuesday. But seeing this pattern and looking at this right now, and it just might. It just might. Elbow, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Well, good morning to you. So that was AMC. Did we talk about IBIO yet? We did not. So we looked at IBIO a lot of times in the past, as you can see here. Erase those. So this one's interesting because of you tell me, you don't? Okay, the 200 SME. Red line 200 SME, it's having trouble getting past that right now. You really want to see that because you want to be bullish on this one on the upsides. Small stocks like these usually don't get up again if they are down during the day. Maybe you recognize that, maybe you don't. So now the dog is really telling me, so So my dog has some stomach problems today, and everybody who owns a dog knows what it means. Then she has to go outside for more than once. So I'm gonna open the door now with the risk of. Just bear with me, guys. So there seemed to be some Friday action all the time. So last week we had birds getting killed in our garden, and now we have a dog that's a little bit ill. Nothing to worry about that much, but well, she's a little princess, of course, and she wants to be treated like one. So if she goes to the door and says, "I want to go out now because I have a little stomach ache," then she goes out. And if I don't do that, then she will stay in my feet forever until I decide that's enough. Okay, so this is, sorry about that, guys. Just working from home. 156, 194, 222 for IBO. Michael, good morning from Hong Kong. King Blood Days. What's up with GNPK? I'm going to put it on my watch list and we're going to look at this one. Then we also talked about yesterday. Was it yesterday? Sometimes I really don't know. About D-Dog. This is D-Dog yesterday. This is ugly looking, to say the least. So okay, well. Are these real? I have to check. So this is D-Dog. These levels are from yesterday. Are they still the levels? Well, obviously not, because look at this. Just fell right through them here and just up without any hesitation. So if you put in a level and it falls through the level, then you just goes up through the level, then you might just want to play it to the upside or the downside. Well, this was obvious the level now for D-Dog here. There's no doubt about it. 70. Ish. 69.86, 69.91. This 79 was a level once, way back. It's going to be a difficult one, guys, this one. So I'm calling now 69.87, but that's a long way from home, but it can be a big move. It can move $4, so it's now at 74, so it can hit this one and then go up again. You might want to see that. So this, frankly, this is just the kind of stocks that I'm looking for, because this is the gap up that I want to see in a stock. So this was yesterday. This is overnight. This is the big gap up compared to this. And do you notice that I'm getting worse again in drawing these? I was a little bit better. So I want to see this one come down, get somewhere here on the 69.87. It's not an exact level. It's 69.87, 69.19, 69.85. So it's more an area than an exact level. So it has to come down to this one, and then the next candle that I want to see getting in on a minute candle always. I want to see something like this going on, and then this will be my entry. So I decide on my entry on price action, and then going back up for D-Dog. The dog rules. Yeah, our dog rules, yeah. Hi, Marco. Is Neo doing something again? Let's write down Neo. We haven't talked about Neo for a while. I think it was last week that we talked about it for the last time. SESN. Okay, let's talk about SESN. And this is what you want to see. We missed this move here. So we missed this move here. This would have been a nice move here from swing trading perspective, but you can also day trade these big candles. Now it's going down, and you want to see the next move in this, and that's if it's going under 260, then it's a short all day long. And when it holds the 260, then this might just be compared to this, the new higher low, and then you want to see that it gets above this 283 also, 284. So levels for SESN are 260, 284. GPRO is this is no longer a level, as you can see. GPRO, same story as we just said on SESN. Still above 200, struggling now with these levels here at 15, 9, and 20 moving averages. So after this move now, you want to see this one holding 1092 at least. So ideally back to 1092 and then up could be nice, but that's only a 25-cent play on an $11 stock. That's going to be a little bit difficult. So you want to see this one above this 1124 for a long. And if it falls down and gets under this 1092, then it's a short for GPRO. Then we're going to look at GRPN. Neo expanding to Norway. Mo yo yo, Mo yo, Mo yo yo, Mo yo yo 4038284. I like that handle. SPX and T-Doc just right almost done. Let's see if we get to those because we have our watch list to finish. It's gonna be EXPE. Did we do that one? No, we didn't. But this is a big stock now, and what our friends from the Fed said yesterday is, okay, stocks are too expensive, so you have to look at stocks that are not so expensive. This one is expensive, but not overly expensive, I think. Looks like it's holding on this support line here at 168.91. Looking here also at 173.81 because that's my resistance area, and this is also an area, so it's not, I don't pinpoint these now because they are on moving averages. And then so 168.91 is a level, 173.81 is a level for long or shorts. BGFV. Yeah, now we're going to see some stocks that are. This was a second-day runner yesterday. Should have seen that, didn't. Not calling any levels on this one, and you see why. It looks like it's on an all-time high. So I'm looking, not trading this one on levels, but purely on price action. And looking for a third-day runner. So this is one day, 2 day, third-day runner. You might just get it, but if you don't, and if this one, for example, double tops here or something, then you can also play this one to the short side if it's easy to borrow. Did we or did we not talk about VCRX? We did, didn't we? And then AVID. So just pull back BGRF, BGFV. Holy moly, BGFV. Big Five Sporting Group. So this is BGFV, and now remember this one, keep this one in mind, keep this one in mind, keep this one in mind, keep this one in mind. And now we're going to look at, keep this one in mind, AVIDs. And you know what I'm looking for. Second day runner or not. So no levels, but just want to see if this one is holding momentum and will be a second day runner. So that's AVID for you guys, and LQDT. You know what I'm going to say, second day runner or not. Let's. Well, let's is a different species. This is let's. This is. Let's not do this. I think. Yeah, you can say this is resistance. Of course, you can say that, but it's now at 866. It normally moves 141 a day, so it's a long way from home. Let's is just the play that you want to see on. Let's is just let's not do this. Sometimes you have to say to yourself, okay, this was on my watch list, but I'm not going to put in any levels other than, yeah, well, if you really want to and you want to play this one and you think it will go there, then just do the obvious thing and say, okay, then 1067, 791 are the levels for let's, but keep in mind that it did some strange things yesterday. Looking at docs, okay. So NEO. These are tickets from the chats. NEO, what is NEO doing? There is news that they are invading Norway or something. But there is also a Norwegian cruise line, so I don't know what they think they're doing there. So Doc is going back in now. Let's erase those. Well, what you want to see is the bounce. this one holds. We know that. So 34 holds here. You know that 34 will hold. It can move $2 in a day on average, but it will have some awesome other days. This is 36.40. 36.91 you want to see here, and then to the upside. So it bumped its head yesterday against this. Now it's now just in resistance on this 200 SME here. And if it falls under it, then it's a short. If it gets above it, then it's a long. So this was NEO. We had also SPX. I saw someone say. Nice. What do you want to do with it on SPX, on SPY? Will this be the end and then go down? I'm not sure. And TDOC. Well, TDOC might be interesting. Yo 4038224. Bum 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 bum. So it's a similar pattern that we saw on some of the other stocks today, and really want to see if this is a level, if this is holding here right now. Is this the bottom and will it go up? Well, these are all resistant lines, but they're at 163 and the stock is at 148 right now. So $149. 149. I don't know about this one. I'm not gonna look at this. Maybe if you're short biased, then you can say, okay, I'm gonna get into this one. 1, 2, 3, 4 red candles in a row. But I don't see anything looks even remotely like a level, so it just can fall right through again. So if there's not gonna call a level on TDOC. I don't see this one. Then I have another tick of Fast Solutions. Was it Fast? I don't know. Someone has told me Fast. Or is that not on US markets? I don't know. Guys, 1 hour exactly. We talked about tickers. And it was, I think, a nice list. We can play different moves from this. I'm just looking now because CCL was, oh no, not CCL, Neo is going into, what was it? He was going into Norway. That's it. It was Neo, of course, not CCL. Just watching CCL because I saw something in the corner of my eye. This is a stretch. So here's no real support other than this trend line for NCLH, the Norwegian cruise line. It just popped into my head hearing about Neo. It's having trouble now to get above this 50, or is it? So will it or will it not break this triangle here? That's what I want to know on NCLH. So guys, thanks for watching. This was my big old watch list for today. Please remember that you trade on your own investigations and your own strategy and your own abilities and your own skills, and do not copy me or anybody else. I gave you these levels, they're for information purposes only. It's Friday, make it a happy day. Maybe just 1 hour trading, and that's going to be all today from 9:30 Eastern time and 3:30 Amsterdam time. I will also be back at Bosch Trading this afternoon with a small update on what on a lot of these tickers, I think. So there are going to be a lot of the same tickers, I think, in the afternoon show. And that's not on Benzinga, but on my own channel. You can look it up on YouTube on Bosch Trading. So everybody have a good day, and see you guys this afternoon or otherwise Monday. Bye-bye.